Hi guys, so today we are going to talk about a very important topic, which is a day-to-day thing for any ambitious person or who is working towards a goal, or a working professional whose ambition is to reach very high in his or her profession, or for any aspirant who is trying to crack any exam. And actually it is for all of us who are going to, who are willing to crack something in life which is way tougher than where they are actually. And I think that anything which is you know good enough to dream is tough to achieve. If it would be easy to achieve, then it would be in everyone's hand, and then it would not be a dream for anyone. So I think anything which we dream of is obviously difficult, we know that, right? But when we are dreaming of it, we know that the path we'll take for that dream, the path to achieve that dream, is not going to be easy, and it's not going to be like a path of roses. It is going to be difficult, and it's very important to understand that what is our limitation. Like, we all are humans, and we need to understand that we have limited energy, we have limited power, and we are bound to fail in the long run in a journey. Okay, so it is not possible for us to perform equally well every day, but that doesn't mean that we have lost. And that is the feeling we need to sink in inside ourselves, that we may have lost the battle, but not the war. And that is important. You may have not performed well today, but you have another day. And that is important. You do not need to sleep with a feeling of guilt. You need to sleep with a feeling of energy that tomorrow I'm going to rock. And that is important. We trap ourselves in the field of guilt and negative emotions, and what happens is that that negative emotion or that low performance of a particular day, it kind of multiplies into several days. And if you see, what we are doing is, just because we were not able to perform on one day, we are not able to perform on several days. The loss of 10 hours will get multiplied into loss of 50 hours. Do you want to do that? I don't think anybody wants to do that, right? So it's very important that we understand that 10 hours lost is better than 50 hours lost. Okay, so it's not important what we did today, it's important that what we do tomorrow, right? I mean, if you're like, if it's the end of the day, it's if it's the start of the day, it is your, like, it is your day. Seize the day. Okay, and you do not need to think of what you're going to do tomorrow, what you are going to do day after. You do not need to think so much. When you are focusing on a thing, just think about that particular day, and you are going to do very well. See, like, if I talk about UPSC examination, then see, this examination is a long term thing. It's not going to happen in 1 or 2 days. It's a long term thing. The exam itself takes 1 year to complete, right? Almost 1 year, I think. Yeah, it takes 1 year to complete. So you imagine, you have to give the examination a schedule of 1 year, and before that you need to at least give a sincere 1 year. So it is actually a 2 year package, and that is a lot of time. And so, mostly we do not crack in one attempt. Like, the lucky guys, or the real hardworking people who were actually working hard from a long time, crack in the first attempt. So actually they have already put in their efforts of years, right? So that is what I'm talking about. Everybody has to put in years here. It is not about 1 year also. This exam is tough because it is of, like, a longer duration. You need to keep the energy levels for a longer duration, and that is tough. If you have studied modern India, we have studied so many times that you know any independence movement could not be sustained for long, because common people cannot keep participating for long in an independence movement. They used to wear down, they used to be tired. And that is what happens with us, because we all are humans. We cannot keep that energy level for long. You need to understand, in our independence movement also, there were highs, there were lows, because it has to be that way. It cannot be high, high, high. It has to be high, low, high, right? You need to just plan in such a manner that your lows come in the middle of your exam dates, not on the exam date. On your exam dates you should be at the best high, and that will only happen if you have taken your proper lows before that, because our mind needs to bounce back. Okay, our mind cannot perform at the same energy level for a longer duration. It is going to be tired, and you do not want to be tired on the UPSC exam day itself, right? So that is what we need to understand, that we can lose the battles. It is not going to matter unless, you know, until and unless the war, that is the examination or whatever your goal is, if you are going to win it, it does not matter how many hours you were low, how many hours you wasted, it does not matter at all. The result matters. And normally in UPSC, the common funda is that we hear so much about toppers studying 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, that we feel that, oh my God, I don't stand in the competition. And that is why people are more in like fear of missing out. They go after several books. Anybody recommends any new book and they go running after that. Or anybody tells that, oh my God, we need to put such hours, only then you can crack the exam, and then people run after hours. See, you need to figure out your journey yourself. If I keep looking after people that, okay, she was preparing in a perfect 1 year schedule, 6 months mains, 6 months prelims, and everything, I will like mess up. It is not possible. So everybody will have a different journey. And remember, if you be successful, your journey will become an example. And that is what we need to focus on. That whatever my journey is, I will make that journey an example. I will not make others' journey my journey, because that is not going to help. It is your own story. It is your life. It has to be your own. It is your own. It is personal here. This is not something, one card fits all approach. It is not going to happen anyways. Yeah, the books may be same, the resources may be same, but the way to study them, but the way to handle your time, or the time management, the way to, you know, think in the examination, that is going to be your own. The strategy has to be your own. The resources will be same, of course. You do not need to dance in with the resources. You do not need to do PhD with each X, Y, and Z in the market. You do not need that. What you really need is stick to your resources and just believe in yourself. If you have 30 days, and I'm really being very honest here, if you have 30 days to crack the examination, you need to focus on those 30 days. What best can I do in those 30 days? Whatever happens on the exam day, but you do not need to think about that right now. You need to think that I have 30 days and I will make the super best of it. The super, I mean, if anybody could make that 24 hours the best, I will be the person to do that. If it requires me to study like 16 hours, 17 hours, that is my call, I will do it. Okay, but that energy has to be inside you. Again, I'm saying, on the examination day, you need to be at your best high, and before that, you need to rest. Your mind needs to rest. Only then it can perform well. So, however unrealistic your targets are, please ensure that before the examination date, you are in the best of your mind, you are in the best of your performance level. And this goes for anything in our lives. This is not for only UPSC examination. Actually, I talk more about UPSC because I provide content related to UPSC on my channel. But whatever audio vlogs or motivation, whatever I talk about is for everyone. It's not for like aspirants only. It's for people in general. It's not that life ends with UPSC, right? We may get into UPSC, we may not, but life doesn't stop. So we need to understand that whatever happens with UPSC, this energy level, this what we have right now for UPSC, we will sustain this energy for our goals in life. Because if we, keep this focus, if we keep this energy, nobody can stop us from being good in our lives, really. You may not achieve one thing, but you will achieve the other because you are unstoppable and you have to become one. And for that, you really need to focus on what can be done the best and just not be in a guilt trap any day. Please. That is what the message I wanted to provide through this video, that you may have lost the battle, but not the war. And you need to keep your focus on the war. That day is important. The day of your performance is important. Other days are just days. They do not matter. And remember, once you succeed, your journey becomes an example. So you need to set your own example to people. Work hard on that. Work hard to become an example. Work hard to become a source of inspiration for many people who are in the similar position as you are. So work hard for them. Work hard for yourself. Work hard for all the people who are going to get inspired by you in the future. So this is all I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for watching the video.